Hi Pisces, welcome to Carol's Universe, tarot readings from the heart. Hope that you're all really well. So today is your 2016 live spread reading. Now you'll have already had your 2016 year ahead reading, and that's a general reading just to cover just an overview for 2016, a general overview. The live reading differs slightly. I can't get my words out today. Let me get a sip of tea. I've got mint tea here. Hope you guys don't mind if I take sips through the reading. I'll try not to slurp or anything. It's simply that mouth's a bit dry, so I made some tea. So, like your year ahead reading, Pisces, I am using two decks of cards, okay? So, one being the Rider Tarot Deck Miniature Edition, and the other one being the Universal Weight Pocket Tarot Deck, okay? Now, how I do these life spreads, the difference with the life spread is that it actually does focus on 5 areas on your life, so I'll be doing a general reading on each of those areas. So we'll focus on your personal life. We'll also focus on your home life, your career, your love life, and your future. How it works is, for each area, you have a group of 4 cards. At the top of those 4 cards, it will be a key card. So you'll have a top card and then 3 cards underneath. The top card will be the key card, which will represent how you're feeling right now, or potentially influences that are around you, people, energies, that type of thing, or how you might be feeling in the future. The bottom cards, the bottom 3 cards underneath the key card, will represent what's potentially happened to you in the past, the present, and then the future, okay? Or the first card could represent the present, the second card the present, and the third card the future. Or the first card could represent the present, and the second card future, or all 3 cards are future. But it's always a progression, okay? So if these things aren't happening around you now, they might be happening in the future. If they've happened in the past, then we're looking at what's happening with the middle card in the present, and what's happening in the future with the last card, or it's all simply sort of present, future, or future. Hope that's making sense to you. So that's what we use these cards for, Pisces. This deck of cards, the Universal Weight, I only use the major arcanas. Okay, so this deck of cards. What I do is I shuffle, as I do with the other set, the Rider Tarot Deck Miniature Edition. I'll shuffle the cards, cut them into 3, collect them back up, and I will deal out 7 cards, okay? So card 1 will be the basis foundation. This is potentially how you're feeling now, or how you could be feeling in the future. And that card, number 1, the basis foundation card, will relate to your personal life, okay? So how I look at the major arcana cards is I'll either be looking at them in terms of how you're feeling about the situation, or how you're going to react to a situation in the future, or it will be the advice on how you can resolve a particular situation that's happening in the personal life, or in your love life, or in your career, or in your future, or in your home life, okay? The second card of the major arcana represents love, so that is the anchor card. We call these anchor cards. It's the anchor card for your love life, in the area of your love. The third card is career, so that would represent that is the anchor card for your career, area of career. Hope I'm making sense here, guys. I've been saying this so much that it's just kind of like, oh, bloody hell. But also with the career reading, the career area, we not only look at the career card, the career anchor card, we can look at love. Also, those 2 cards, career and love, in the anchor, can represent the influences that might be going on around you, or how you're going to react to a situation in the future, or how you might be reacting now. And then we can also look at cards 5 and 6. Card 5 of the anchor is actually your future card, and number 6 is your wishes. So we could actually use those cards as well to look at how the situation might play out, or how you can resolve a situation in your career in the future. Hope that makes sense. Card number 6 and 7, the immediate future, number 6, and the future outcome overall, will relate to the future card, but they can also relate to any area of the life reading, okay? You've got card number 4, the central theme. This is kind of just the general overall sort of advice stroke influential card over all of the areas in the reading, okay? And then you have your wishes card in terms of that's card number 6, which will be looking at how you what it is that you wish to come into your life, or what your wish is for 2016. I hope that made sense to you guys. I probably didn't explain it very well, but you'll see what I mean when I actually get into the reading. So here we go. Oh, by the way, I'm offering these as personal readings also on the website. So if any of this reading resonates with you and you'd like a personal reading on your life spread in 5 areas of your life for 2016, you can order that on the website as well. So the first thing we're going to do, we're going to shuffle. Takes me all of bloody 6 minutes to explain that, doesn't it? We're going to shuffle the Rider Tarot deck first of all, these little babies. I'm just going to hone in for you Pisces. So Universe Spirit, show me what's coming in for Pisces. Their life spread reading for 2016. Show me Pisces. 2016 in their life spread. I'd like some information, please, Universe Spirit, Lord, Angels, show me on their personal life. What can you see in terms of influences around them at the moment, or influences that are coming in? Their home life for 2016. Their career. Their love life. And the future. I'll repeat that again. Universe, Spirit, Angels, Lord, please show me. Help me with this reading for the zodiac sign of Pisces, and it's for all sun, moon, and rising signs of Pisces. Show me the influences that are here, or that are coming in, or that have been in the past, for their personal life, home life, career, love life, and future. And this is for Pisces, sun, moon, and rising signs. Show me. Okay, the cards have been dealt. Well, not dealt. They've been shuffled. I'm going to split the deck into 3. I'm going to collect it all back up. And we're going to lay down your personal life. Home. Career. Love. And future. And I did forget to mention, we have to lay down one more card, and this is the advice card. Now, this is a really, really important card. I did a personal reading, life spread reading for a particular lady last week, and the message was so strong in a couple of areas of her reading, along with the particular advice card that came out for her, that she couldn't ignore it. So it's a really important thing for you guys to know at the moment, or it's important information that's coming to you from the universe. Okay, so we're going to lay down card number 21. So we've shuffled those. Those are all laid down. Now what we're going to do is we're going to shuffle the major arcana cards. Universe, Spirit, Angels, Lord, show me for Pisces, sun, moon, and rising signs 7 cards of the anchor, please, that refer to their personal life, home life, career, love, and future. I'll ask once again, please, Universe, Spirit, Lord, help me with this reading for Pisces, sun, moon, and rising signs. What are the 7 cards in relation to this reading? Pisces, sun, moon, and rising. For their personal life, home life, career, love, and also future. Show me. Okay, we're going to split that deck now into 3. Collect it back up. Let me just put these aside here. We're going to deal out 7 cards. So the basis situation card. The card number 2 that represents love. Number 3, career. Remember, we can use career and love to determine influences, outcomes. Central 3, number 4. Number 5 is your future, immediate future. Number 6 are your wishes, and number 7 is the future. Okay, so all the cards have been laid. Let me get a quick sip of tea again and let's see what's coming in for you. Sorry if it's unprofessional, guys, me getting a sip of tea, but I'm really thirsty and I need to drink it throughout the reading. Okay, so let's turn the cards over. This is personal life showing up here. Let's look at your home. Okay, guys, so we're just going to turn over the final card, which is your advice card. Something that you need to know from the universe, information that's important for you at this particular time. So we're going to start with the basis foundation, how you might be feeling at the moment, influences around you, how you might be feeling in the future. Your basis foundation is the Chariot. This is a card of moving forward, okay? The Chariot is the card of kind of getting rid of those conflicting energies that all of us can feel at the best of times and trying to kind of streamline them. So it's trying to find the way forward. It's trying to find your way through a choice, because the Chariot can sometimes mean choice, because we do have two, a black and a white sort of sphinx at the foot of this Chariot here, okay? So they're driving him along. They're trying to control the Chariot, but he wants to be in control of it, okay? So this card to me represents at the moment you guys really wanting to take control of your lives, really wanting to move forward. I feel that there might be some decisions that you guys might need to make currently that you're kind of deliberating on, but the whole ethos of this card is confidence, determination to make it through. It is the ultimate card of overcoming challenges in our everyday life, and I feel that you know, this is really kind of reflective in this card in your personal life, because the card that represents the key card that represents your personal life at the moment or in the future is the Seven of Swords. Not my most favourite card in the deck, but the Seven of Swords can represent so many things, Pisces, because on the one hand it does represent deception, on the other hand it does represent someone who's not being honest with us. If this is a deceptive person, sometimes this can be an air sign, Gemini, Libra or Aquarius, but I don't feel that this is a deception as such in your personal life at the moment. It could be, but I feel in your personal life, this is about you guys really finding ways and means to get what you want in your personal life. So, you know, the Seven of Swords can often be a case of being kind of quite savvy, quite clever, thinking outside the box, finding ways to get away with something, finding ways to get around an issue or around a problem. It can often be a card of problem solving. And I feel that with the Chariot card, you might be conflicted in how to kind of solve something or what decision to make with something, because ideally you want to be in the forefront, and you're probably looking within your personal life, some of you guys, how do I get to the top of the tree? How do I move forward? I'm conflicted with how to move forward with these two sphinxes, and I'm trying to kind of bring my fears together and kind of dispel them. I want to control whatever it is that I feel is controlling me at the moment, and I feel that the Seven of Swords in a way really kind of typifies that in a lot of ways, because a lot of the time when we're trying to find ways and means in order to move forward, for example, in running a business, and if you're dealing in an area of business that's oversaturated, what do you do? How do you kind of put new services forward that kind of get rid of your opponents, if that makes any sense? So what kind of practices, what new ideas are out there? What can you be putting out that's new, that's fresh, that kind of blows your competitors out of the water and brings in and attracts more business? It's that kind of thing that the Seven of Swords a lot of the time speaks about. It's a card about being astute, and it's even a card about being kind of a bit cheeky, because this guy's quite cheeky. He's running off with 5 of 7 swords. Yeah, he's running off with 5 of 7 swords there. Can you see that? In broad daylight. And he doesn't give a damn. He doesn't give a damn about what he's doing. He doesn't give a damn about who sees him. He's just found a way. It's almost like he said to, because there's people in the background here, it's almost like he said, you know, somebody sent me here to take these swords. So in a way, it is the deception, but it doesn't always have to be the deception of somebody else in your life. It can simply be a deception of how do we kind of how do we get people to believe the lie, or how do we get people to believe our truth, if that makes any sense to you guys. So it's a card of kind of turning people our way, getting people to agree with what we, it's almost like mind control in a way. And I do feel here that there is some sort of, I'm not saying it's mind control, Pisces, but I feel that it's almost getting people to see your way of doing something, which the Seven of Swords for me can represent as well as the Chariot. It can be getting our own internal emotions into check, changing our own ways of thinking, or it can literally be getting people in check and getting people under the thumb and getting people under our control. So I feel with that Seven of Swords, this is more, and looking at this reading, I feel that this is more kind of to do with finding a solution to a problem for you guys in your personal life. But looking at the other cards as well, it could be to do with something legal, maybe something that you found to be unfair that is now now fair, because we do, as I said, have that Seven of Swords there. So maybe this was some form of injustice that was caused in the past for some of you guys, or an injustice that is very much around you at the moment. But we do, as the next card, have the Justice card showing up in your personal life. So the Justice card means simply that things go in your favor. So if you have acted in a good way, if you have acted with goodwill, if you have been positive and honest in the past with a situation, it simply means with the Justice card that you'll get what you deserve. The Justice card is very much a karmic card, so it is very much in line with the law of compensation. Whatever energy or whatever actions you put out there into the world are effectively what you're going to manifest and have come back through to you. And I feel that you kind of get I feel that in the past, it could be the past or present, that there is, or it could simply be future, because we can go future, future, future with those three cards. I feel for some of you guys in the past, an injustice has happened in your personal life with that Seven of Swords as an influence around you, or how you might be feeling at the moment. If you're feeling like this at the moment, then this is an injustice that you know of, you're aware of. But with that Justice card, it says that things are going to go in your favor. And it's really weird, because the next card that we have is the Four of Cups. So some sort of compensation is being offered to you guys, okay? But you don't really know whether to take it. It doesn't really interest you. So there is, to me, Justice and the Four of Cups in a way, when I look at these two cards, it speaks of compensation being offered after something is ruled in your favor. So I feel for in your personal life, after this injustice with the Seven of Swords, some compensation is being offered either now or in the future for you guys. We also have the Three of Cups, not Three of Cups, sorry, the Three of Pentacles. This card is about communication. It's about meetings. It's about planning. It's about laying foundation. So whatever this thing is happening here, this might have been offered to you, something that you're not, that you weren't at first happy with. So it's an offer, it's an olive branch being offered out to you, but it's almost like for some of you guys, you're saying, no, that's not good enough at the moment. So I feel that in the future, the Three of Pentacles is saying that this is going to be resolved, because the Three of Pentacles, the number threes are always about the initial completion of something, okay? So it's about something manifesting, something coming into being. And as we can see with that Three of Pentacles, two people are now showing one person, their plans. It's almost like they've been able to lay the foundations of something, and they're able to move on to the next stage. So I feel that after Justice, which is something that is ruled in your favor, an offer coming in for you in your personal life with that Four of Cups, but you're being really savvy with it, I feel. And I feel that's probably representative also of that Seven of Swords there. You're being really savvy. You're not willing just to say, yes, I accept this right now. You're kind of going to wait and just kind of wring it out a little bit. And then we see with the Three of Pentacles, the communication, the coming together, the planning, the deliberating, the chatter, the being on the same page. I see that card as a lot of the time, the Three of Pentacles. We see the communication and the group meeting being held, okay, after this. So it means that I feel that the bridge between that Four of Cups and the Three of Pentacles for me is that something has been resolved, something has been accepted, and now you can actually build on that. So I do feel it's very good. It's a very good outlook in your personal life for 2016. As I say, for some of you guys, if this energy is not around you currently at the moment, it's something that's potentially coming in. If you're feeling that something unfair has happened in the past, I feel that this will be ruled in your favour with that Justice card. I feel that there'll be compensation offered if it's a legal issue potentially. You might be a little bit reserved to take it, but in the end, I feel that you'll get what you want with that Three of Pentacles, because we know with the Three of Pentacles, foundations have been laid now. So things are kind of coming all into one. It's the magical number 3. It's the harnessing. It's the group mentality. It's the communication. It's positivity, it's manifestation, it's things coming together. Once you've been able to kind of lay a foundation, lay something quite solid, you can simply go up and kind of carry on building on that. So I do feel that this is very positive, and I feel that as the Chariot, as your basis foundation, this is you trying to kind of move forward. And I feel that you're definitely moving forward with this Three of Pentacles in your future position, especially within your personal life. And it's really funny as well, the Chariot, these two Sphinxes, the opposing forces, because they are opposing forces. The black Sphinx wants to go in one way, the white Sphinx wants to go in another way, okay, which can be Justice along with the Four of Cups, okay. So Justice is something going in your favor, but then for me, the Four of Cups, something being offered to you and kind of saying, okay, something's gone in my favor, but I'm not quite happy about the what's come off that, what the offer is out of that solution, out of that bit of luck that's come in, out of that resolution on a problem. We now have a situation where you're being offered something here after things have been cleared up with Justice, but you're not happy with that. So there is that conflicting energy going on there, especially with that Four of Cups in relation to the Chariot, because it's the conflict of you see, opposing forces, and the Four of Cups to me is opposing forces. You're being offered something, but at the same time you're not wanting to take it, or there is some level of disinterest with that. So there are two opposing forces in that, and you're still needing to decide whether you want to go for something. But we do know also with the Chariot that eventually this person gains control, okay. So eventually they gain control of the situation, which I see within this Three of Pentacles. Okay. In your home life, it's interesting what I'm seeing here. The Ace of Cups is showing up as an energy in your home life. The Ace of Cups is a card about new, exciting beginnings in love. Usually it's where you're falling in love. It's where the energy of love is very prevalent within your life. It's where you're being offered love. It's where you're wanting to offer love. This is a Cups card, so it represents Scorpio, Pisces, Cancer. Cancer. So perhaps for some of you Pisces people, you're being offered love, or you're wanting to offer it in terms of your home life. It's interesting though that we have the Judgment card underneath this, which is often a card about renewal and healing. And the Ace of Cups can be healing as well. But it's interesting that it doesn't show up in the future position. It shows up in the past present position. I feel with that Judgment card, it's interesting because the present situation or the future situation for you guys is showing us burden, and I feel that this is probably to do with a decision that's been made, because the Judgment card often is representative over a decision that has been made. So it's like justice. It's whereas the Justice card deals in fairness and balance, the Judgment card is very heavily tied to karmic situations as well. And it's to do with second chances and liberation and freedom and that type of thing. So I feel that, but also it's about the final judgment, okay? So the final cleansing away of something that was old in order to bring something that's new in. So for some of you guys in your home life, it could be a case of that something has ended, okay? It gives you a sense of freedom maybe, but then there is the realization of some form of struggle with that. This can also be a case within your home life. Maybe something has come to light. Maybe something has happened that clears the air for you, or that gives you some sense of clarity where there was none before. And what we're seeing here is a lot of struggle in your present stroke future situation. The Ten of Wands can also be a card of having too much on your plate, having too many things to do, being really overly tired, feeling kind of stressed out, feeling really burdened by the amount of responsibility that you've got. So for some of you guys, you might have a lot of responsibility in terms of your home life. You might have to carry the weight of a lot of things. For some of you guys, you might be single parents and you might be having to carry all the weight with earning the money, with looking after the kids, putting food on the table, that type of thing. But we definitely see within the present situation stroke future, there is some burden here around the home, okay? It could literally be for you guys, maybe some of you guys are trying to build a home, or because the wands are all to do with building, creating, and this guy is carrying 10 wands with him. So it's almost like he's trying to finish off the roof on his home. So I feel that within the home, maybe related to projects in terms of the home, creative projects, some of you guys might be feeling a little bit stressed around that. And with the Judgment card as well, it could be things that you haven't been dealing with for a long time in the home, in your home life, that are now resurfacing with Judgment, because Judgment is the resurfacing of old situations. That's why I say, for example, you had Judgment and the Six of Cups together. This could literally be, and maybe the King of Cups or something like that alongside. It could literally be somebody coming back into your life when you get those two very powerful cards linked to the past. Judgment is definitely linked to the past, but how the past is brought back into the future or in the present, okay? These people were dead, so they were from the past. Now they're actually alive again. So it's all to do, it's not just to do with renewal and healing. And it wouldn't make any sense. I mean, it could be renewal and healing. It could be within the home. For some of you guys, what I'm also feeling is maybe some of you guys are recuperating over something and it's a struggle here. But I feel that you've got support because we've got the Ace of Cups. So I feel more than anything, the influence for you with that Ace of Cups at the top of the reading is support, and it's help, and it's love within the family that you're experiencing overall to get through a very tough time. I do feel with that Judgment card, it could be something to do with maybe healing after a time of having to kind of lay low. So maybe some of you guys might have been in hospital or endured an operation, or, you know, you may not have been feeling too well, that type of thing, if we were to look at it from a health perspective. But this Judgment card are people who are ready to kind of get started again. But there might be some struggles around that because, as you know, when you are healing, especially after surgery or being in hospital or being low for a time, whether that's through depression, whatever the health situation is, this is, you know, you still need a period of convalescence, and you still need a period of kind of trying to get back on your feet. And there is always struggle around trying to get back on your feet, even if it's very, very minor. So I do feel that in the past or in the present with the Judgment card, there is something that has resurfaced for some of you guys, and there is struggle with this. Okay, so it could be the resurfacing of home projects that you have let slide over the Christmas period, and now you're having to take the baton back up, okay, and you're having to kind of carry on with it, okay, so you're having to kind of pick the struggle back up. The future position does show, which is interesting, the Five of Cups. I don't know, you know, I hate it when cards like this show as a future position, because it's kind of, you know, it doesn't show great resolution over something. It could be that something is just too difficult to, you know, to bring to fruition or to bring to a point of success. It could be that also. So, the Judgment card being something that has now resurfaced again, that Ten of Wands potentially in the present future showing a major struggle with that. The Five of Cups might simply be saying in the future, you're just going to need to cut your losses, which I'm feeling with that card. But it doesn't mean that you failed at all. It just means that I feel with the Ace of Cups there, and And the Ace of Cups is interesting because the aces are all to do with new beginnings, okay? They're all to do with fresh projects. They're all to do with fresh creativity. So I feel for some of you guys, it could literally be a situation whereby this was something quite fresh, quite new, quite exciting. You were very passionate about it. It might have taken a time where it went slow, or it went quiet for a while with that Judgment card, with the Ten of Wands, and suddenly now it's come back around again. With the Ten of Wands, it's struggle with this thing. So whatever this thing that you may have kind of put to bed for a bit, there's still some struggle with it. And to me, it's kind of saying sometimes the struggle isn't worth certain things, especially when it's within your home life. So for some of you guys, it might be a case of that you're just going to need to cut your losses with it. You've tried, you haven't failed, but you've tried with it, and it's just not going to work out. So I do feel that in your home life, whatever this situation is, it could be love within your home life, and it could be love. It could be literally a relationship, because we do have the Ace of Cups as the influence card there, the key card, which does talk about new relationships, new love, falling in love, but it's only the seeds of love. So I just feel that this is for some of you guys, it might be a love situation, because we do have 2 cup cards in here, 5 of Cups and also the Ace of Cups. But with the cards, you can't read them like that all the time, because even though cups relate to love, really the core of them is about emotion and how you're actually feeling about something. So I feel that you're going to feel the loss over something in the future that was just too burdensome to carry on with, okay? It's a shame that Judgment wasn't in the outcome, because it would show a lot of healing from that. But I feel that it's kind of it's almost saying with this reading within your home life, Pisces, that you need to kind of just maybe put something to bed, because you're onto a kind of not a losing streak, but you're not going to get very far with it. This could also be loss of joy, or loss of not feeling quite good about something in your home life, because the 5 of Cups can often be a card about the loss of joy. I always read it as that because it's got 3 cups overturned, okay? But the 3 cups that are overturned are representative of the 3 of Cups card, which to me is a joyful card, a happy card. So this struggle to me suggests that there is some weariness around this struggle, okay? And that you might need to kind of leave it for a while. But the 5 of Cups doesn't always represent complete endings, and it doesn't, because it's a pip card. Sometimes it can just literally represent how you're feeling for that moment in time. There's 2 cups here upstanding, which means that there are always other options behind you. So even if something isn't working out within your home life, just remember that there are always other options behind you. And maybe where this is where this Ace of Cups comes in as an influence of what you're feeling potentially now, or what you're going to be feeling in the future around your home life. If it's a failed relationship, it says love will come in again for you with that Ace of Cups. But I feel that this is for some of you guys, what you're potentially feeling now. Ace of Cups can be a very supportive card. Somebody's offering friendship to you, offering help, offering support. And I do feel that this is potentially for some of you guys in your home life, it might be a little bit of a difficult time. I just feel like you've tried with something, but it just, for some reason in your home life, it hasn't worked out. And that 5 of Cups is showing potentially something not working out, and maybe giving up on something for a certain time. I also see the 5 of Cups as kind of giving up on something, and we do see the struggle card there, the 10 of Wands. So it might literally be having to give up on something. And I also see the Ace of Cups as very much being a card of having to focus on ourselves, and focus on loving ourselves and treating ourselves really well. So it might be that after the struggle of a situation here within the home life, you've just decided, you know what, I'm just not going to deal with this for a certain time, and I'm going to focus on myself with that Ace of Cups. So that's not all bad at all. We don't have key cards for the home life, but we do have the Tower showing as your central theme. The Tower is anything that is not built on something rock solid needs to go. It needs to kind of, you know, you need to kind of, it needs to explode. It needs to implode. It needs to disintegrate, because it's not going to last. It's not going to last. And I feel with this home life reading, it's saying that whatever the difficulty is here with the Ten of Wands in the present stroke future and that Five of Cups, it was important for this not to kind of go for, you know, go the long haul. It was important that this didn't kind of stand the test of time, because it was something that was just too much. It, you know, you're literally with this Ten of Wands struggling underneath the weight. You're holding your own there, but how long can you hold it for? And it's almost like with the Five of Cups in the future position, it's saying with this Tower card that, you know, you have admitted that this thing wasn't, it simply wasn't going to work out. It was just too flimsy, or too it wasn't rock solid enough to endure this or stand the test of time. So I do feel that, you know, this could be anything. It could be home repairs. It could be trying to build something on the side of your house and really not getting very, you know, getting very far with it. And, you know, it's literally, could be literally anything to do with your home life. But it is suggestive for Pisces that there is a situation, whether that's love, whether that's home renovation, whether that's somebody coming back from your past and trying to make a relationship work. It's suggestive that it's not the right time for it, because whenever the Tower shows, it just says in terms of that type of thing, it's not the right time for it. Okay, literally having to admit that something wasn't strong enough to last, you know, at all. In your love life, we do have and it's an interesting one, because maybe this relates to this home life reading, because we do have the Queen of Wands showing us your energy, Pisces, at the moment. Okay, so this could be the Queen of Wands as the key card in terms of the influence around your love life. Shows it could either be an Aries, Leo, Sagittarius woman. In terms of an energy, though, this is a really sort of passionate, happy, fun-loving individual, and it kind of goes over into the love life. The influence of this card is that maybe you've had a very passionate, fun-loving, affair with someone, with that Queen of Wands. Okay, she's not a very committed type of person, but she is very much fun, and she's very multitasked as a human being. So literally it could be that you've had a very passionate relationship with someone, and the influences of that are still around you. But I feel here, it's interesting. I feel here, Pisces, that with that Queen of Wands, this could either be an influence where you've decided to stand in your own personal truth and your own power, because she's a very confident woman as well. So in terms of love, this could literally be where someone is quite happy in a way to be on her own. Okay, she's quite kind of confident enough to know that she's attractive and that she can kind of get anyone that she wants. Okay, and that she can go out there and she can attract, because the Queen of Wands is a very attractive character, so she's used to attracting people of the opposite sex or the same sex or whatever. So I feel that this is you guys here, an influence now, or an influence coming in, where you really are going to be standing in your personal power and knowing that you can move forward in terms of your love life, and you don't have to kind of be attached to anyone. And it's funny, because in the past position stroke present, we do have the Ten of Swords. This is the card of betrayal. So some of you guys have been betrayed, I feel, in the past or in the present. You've been betrayed by somebody who you were with, someone who you may have trusted, or somebody who might have says to you, you know, I really like you, you know, and, you know, let's see where it goes. They might have slept with you and then moved on. Okay, so it's something that you weren't expecting. Well, when I say something that you weren't expecting, it might have been something that you were expecting, because the Ten of Swords often is a card whereby we know what we're expecting. We know who's going to do this. This can sometimes be a group of people who are stabbing us in the back, or it can literally be that you know what you're dealing with, but you're not paying attention to your intuition. Okay, so for some of you guys, you may not have paid attention to your intuition about a certain person in your love life. Okay, and maybe that's in connection maybe with the home life, where we see the struggle card, the Ten of Wands and the Five of Cups, where something just couldn't work out. It was just too much to take on, too much to deal with. So I definitely feel within the past or the present, some of you guys have dealt with betrayal with that Ten of Swords card from somebody who might have made you empty promises. And the Queen of Wands, interestingly enough, is somebody who isn't the most reliable person. So the Queen of Wands, you know, can represent a female, obviously, but it's a general reading, so it can be male or female. And the King of Wands, as we know, is not the most reliable lover either. He's kind of all over the place. So this might be somebody who's been quite unreliable with you. And we see with the Chariot in the present stroke future, you guys are going to be looking to move forward. Okay, and it relates to that basis foundation as well. So I feel that if this is how you're feeling now, you're looking to move on from something that may have caused you great pain within your love life, and you're just looking to move forward from it and move on from it. We see in the future the Three of Wands looking at new opportunities. Okay, some of you guys might be looking to travel. Some of you guys might simply be looking for your ships to come in terms of a new relationship, and maybe this relates in part to the home reading, where we have that Ace of Cups as an influence coming in for you guys, or that's already around you. New love, potentially. If it's not come in, then it could be around you with the Ace of Cups, a new relationship, for example. And it's funny how we look at that card, Ace of Cups, as a new relationship coming in, the seeds of something that's new, because Judgment can also be something new that comes in. So maybe with the home life reading, you've been on your own for a particular amount of time, potentially. Suddenly something new comes in, it reinvigorates you, it strengthens you, and suddenly with the Ten of Wands and the Five of Cups, it was something that wasn't as rock solid as you thought it would have been, which is why we have the Tower in the centre of the reading there. But I feel that you guys, in terms of your love life, you are going to be looking to attract in more people, or different people, because this is somebody who turns their back on the past. They turn their back on their past and they're able to look to the future. So I definitely feel for you guys in terms, some of you guys, okay? Some of you guys will be in perfectly good relationships, okay? But for some of you guys, I feel that you might have been on your own for a certain amount of time. You might have found it difficult to get over something in terms of a betrayal or somebody that let you down. You're moving forward with the Chariot card in the present stroke future, and in the future with the Three of Wands, you are actually looking to attract in new people, okay? Because you kind of have learned from the past as well. You have experience of the past. So you're looking to attracting people that are like-minded to you, which that Three of Wands can also represent. And it's funny because your love card, your anchor card for love, is the Fool. This is somebody who is stepping into a new life, stepping into a new environment, taking a risk, looking forward to new endeavors. It's also the card of travel as well, because this is a guy that journeys a lot, takes a lot of journeys. So this is the Fool. Is not a committed card, so he's not committed, he's on his own, he's single, okay? And he's looking to experience new adventures. So I definitely feel for you guys, some of you guys, you're going to be looking to experience new adventures in terms of your love life. What we have, Pisces, for your career is at the top is the Magician card. So I feel that a lot of you Pisces people are actually going to be looking maybe to set up your own thing in terms of your career. You're definitely looking to create something in terms of an influence that's going on now or in the future. The Magician is a guy who has all the tools he needs to create exactly what it is that he wants. Okay, so, you know, whether that be in terms of your skills and going to another job, or in terms of using resources that you have around you to create the type of life that you want, the type of working environment or a business that you want to create. I feel that that Magician card is definitely a card that's telling me that you guys really want to put yourself in control, and it relates back to that Basis Foundation card, where you are looking for more control, to gain more control of your life, potentially at the moment, Pisces. So the Magician card is an influence now, or an influence that's coming in, says to me in terms of work, you are looking to create your own success, I feel, in terms of your career. You could still work for someone, or you could be looking to set your own business up, but you are looking to create something that is going to give you kind of long-lasting success within your career. And There's a lot of thinking going on with this as well, I think, with the Magician, because he is ruled by Mercury, which it's kind of all about agile thinking and thinking really quickly and being quite clever at coming up with schemes and ways to help things to evolve. So there's a lot of thinking that goes on with the Magician. And I also feel for you guys, you know, there's a lot of visualization currently of where you want to be in terms of your career in 2016. We do see as a past card the Hierophant. This is an establishment, a corporate establishment, a church, a hospital. It's anywhere where it's very conventional and there's a lot of rules and regulations. So I feel that in the past stroke present, some of you guys have probably worked for a corporation or somewhere like this. However, there has been some disappointment, I feel. And I feel that this is either, yeah, present or future. There will be some disappointment showing here, because we have the Three of Swords. Okay, Three of Swords is all about separation. So some of you guys literally could be moving on from an environment where, you know, it could be the end of a contract, for example. It could be just literally where you decide that you don't want to continue within a job. Three of Swords can also represent arguments and things like that. But I feel in terms of this, if there is an argument, then that Magician represents quite a nasty character, potentially, that's an influence around you at the moment or will be in the future. If it's simply that you're finishing a contract or you're ending with something, because remember the Three of Swords is in the center of the reading. This is the present stroke future position, and it's telling me with the Hierophant potentially being past position that there is an ending here. There is a separation. Okay, there is some disappointment coming in, maybe within a job that you relied on or you thought was reliable, because the Hierophant is usually a very reliable card as well. It's conventional, it's set in stone. So it looks like something may have been, maybe a promise has been broken in terms of your work life, but there is some sort of separation here or ending off a job, I feel, for some of you guys. But you do definitely move on, and you move on to something better, I feel, because we have the Knight of Wands here. So this could be a change in your career. If it's in change in your career, then maybe some of you guys with that Magician card are looking to create something for yourselves, looking to create a good business for yourselves. The Knight of Wands is often to do with change, movement, moving house or moving career or moving department, okay? So, you know, the Three of Swords could literally be potentially within the Hierophant that you're moving departments. Maybe you're moving away from friends or people that you've really known, and it's quite heartbreaking. But I feel that it would be quite upsetting having to finish wherever this is, whether that's moving a department within a job that you're currently in, or whether it's simply just moving on to another job. There is definitely movement here showing with the Knight of Wands, and it's very swift and it's very quick in the future. So I definitely see some movement happening here. This could also be with the Knight of Wands facing that Three of Swords, somebody moving in to give you help. But I wouldn't read it like that, because the future can't face the present, okay? It can only be the future, okay? The present is the present and the future is the future. So I would say that this Knight of Wands is moving on to another job or another career, or another type of career for you guys. And the card that represents this card is, and it's interesting, is the World. So there is, I feel, the ending of a cycle coming up here for you guys in terms of career. I do feel that you're going to be moving on to something completely different, because we can also remember, relate it to the Fool card. So remember, when we do the anchor cards, it can either be how you'll react to something or what the resolution will be of this situation. So the World card is the ending of a cycle, or in terms of the resolution, or in terms of the outcome card as the World, it means to me that you're moving on to better things with that World card. And it also means freedom with the Fool card. The Fool card is completely different to that Hierophant. The Hierophant is all about being entrapped. It's all about conventionality. It's all about norms. It's all about having to adhere to norms and conventions. The Fool card doesn't adhere to any of that stuff, so he's free. He's being able to kind of go on his own journey and find things that are more conducive to who he is. So we can see how this flows. And remember, it's really funny, because the World card, the Fool usually comes before the World, but the World comes before the Fool now. So I feel that you're moving on to something better, and it's going to make you feel a lot freer as the Fool. Probably an environment that's more conducive to who you are as an individual, with less kind of conventions and restraints and that type of thing. It's also, I feel, going to give you a new lease on life, this Fool card here, in terms of your career. So finally, in your future position of the reading, Pisces, we do see what's interesting as the key card above this is the Seven of Wands. This can be a card of having to stand your ground, staying focused and determined in what you know to be true. It can be having a lot of finger pointing or having people trying to kind of attack you and you're having to really defend yourself. It is a card about defense a lot of the time, Pisces. So I do feel that that Seven of Wands is saying that there might be an issue in the future where you're going to need to kind of defend yourself, stand your ground, stand resolute in your beliefs, in what you believe and what you know to be true for yourself. And you're going to have to kind of not let others get to you. This is what I'm feeling here with this future, this Seven of Wands showing as a future card. It's the card for me of strength, strength of will, confidence, being confident in your own strength, in your own sense of self, in your own it's really trusting in yourself, I feel, because this guy on the card, if you look at him, it's him against the world. It's him against 6 other finger pointing wands. Okay, so they're all kind of trying to bring him down, but when it's in this position, it shows that you're quite in a very strong position. When it's reversed, it shows a sense of overwhelmment and you can't win a fight. When it's upright, it says that you can. And I feel that you do. Whatever this issue is in the future for you guys, whatever conflict or difficulty or disagreement, this is also, I feel, the card of disagreement. So whatever disagreements you guys might face in the future, you are able to move on from it, because we've got the Six of Swords showing there in the future. So it's moving on. It's moving from difficulties into a much calmer phase. Okay, it's moving through difficult waters. We also have the Ace of Swords. Okay, so this is brilliant card. It shows cutting out the deadwood, cutting out the things that no longer serve us. Okay, being able to move forward after a challenge, coming through a time of difficulty. Both cards really speak about that, with the Six of Swords and the Ace of Swords. It's the victory card, Ace of Swords is. It's the breakthrough card. So it's literally, guys, you guys making a breakthrough. I also see the Ace of Swords as being heavily connected to the Death card in the Major Arcana. So it's the breaking away of stuff. It's putting to bed the things that simply don't work for us anymore. And it's turning the corner. And it's also making sacrifices in order to do that. The King of Swords is showing up finally in your future. This could be a guy coming in. Would be a air sign, Gemini, Libra, Aquarius individual. Can sometimes be known as a Capricorn as well. So it doesn't show me any love cards here, but it shows me that you're kind of breaking away from a situation in the future that was less than kind of acceptable or less than happy, but you're going to be moving on from it, I feel. This guy could be intrinsic in it, the King of Swords. As an energy, this is you guys simply being able to kind of make a resolute decision and stick with it. We've got 3 swords cards here. Okay, so it's almost like it's mind over matter, if you will, because these ones are all to do with passion and fire and anger and vibrations as well. So it's like you're feeling the energy of others. Other people may not be communicating with you as such verbally, but they might be showing you certain stuff. Could be anything like giving dirty looks, for example, or just putting their negative energy onto you, but you do move on from that. It could be through spoken word, for example, because the Ace of Swords can be a sudden kind of communication thing, okay, usually verbal as well. So a sudden phone call or a sudden text to someone or that type of thing. But I feel that you'll just be quite kind of intelligent and communicative about this situation going forward. And it's interesting how we have the Moon card showing up as your anchor card for the future position. And why this is interesting is because the Moon card is to do with anxiety and it is to do with stress a lot of the time. But if you look at the communication on this Moon card, these dogs are barking at the moon. So they're actually saying something to the moon. They're actually trying to communicate to it. You know, they're feeling a real intuitive uh, feeling about something around this moon. Okay, they're being led by their intuition. They're sensing something, so they're communicating what they're sensing. And maybe some of you guys are going to be communicating what you're sensing in terms of the future. Okay, maybe you're going to be sensing a certain vibe around certain people, and you're going to be actually orating it and verbalizing it to them. Okay, so we do see maybe a lack of clarity or some form of deep underlying stuff that needs to come out, because that's what the moon does as well. It's secrets, it's deep, intense emotions that need to be resolved, that need to come out. This is why the dogs are barking at the moon, as far as I'm concerned. They want answers. And we do see in the end as well the Star card. So this has a positive resolution to it, because the Star card is the overall outcome. The Moon card is the immediate future in terms of your future card, and the Star card is the overall future, so the future outcome. The future outcome is brilliant because you do receive your clarity. We replace the Moon with the Star, you know, two kind of separate energies really. One is more intense and one is more free, as far as I'm concerned. The Star is not an intense symbol to me. It's one of freedom and it's one of hope. But the Moon can often be deceptive, or it can be illusionary, or it can be intimidating when I look at it sometimes. Okay, it doesn't but the moon is great because you can meditate by the moon as well, and you can manifest stuff by the moon, so it's a great symbol as well. But I just in a way see those two things as two separate kind of symbols when I look at them. And I feel that with the Star card after the moon, it just says that whatever it is that you're seeking clarity on, or whatever answers it is that you want in the future, Pisces, you're going to receive them with the Star. Your wishes come up as strength. So you're looking to overcome. Okay, this is what you're wanting. You're wanting to overcome things in 2016. And it does show in a lot of this reading. I've got to be honest, it really does. It shows in your career with that Magician, wanting to have control, wanting to build something, wanting to create something by your own means. There could be some separation with a job here with that Hierophant card, and then the Three of Swords, and then the Knight of Wands, moving on. But we see you moving on to better stuff, because we have the World card as the resolution card here, the advice card in your anchor, you know, and also a sense of freedom with the Fool, moving on, a new beginning happening for you in terms of your career with that Fool card also. We do see with your love section as well, moving on from possibly a very upsetting situation with that Ten of Swords, looking at new opportunities coming in. And we see this again with the Fool card, stepping into a new beginning. Okay, moving forward. We do see again in the home there has been some difficulty there. But it's something that couldn't last, or it's something that just wasn't built on something solid with the Tower card. And also within the future position, we do see resolution and moving on from something that was you're having to stand your ground on, or you're having to stand determined on here in the future. So we do see all around a lot of positivity going on through adversity for you, Pisces, during 2016. I'm not saying 2016 is going to be a bad year. It doesn't have to relate to everybody on the reading. You know, it relates to some Pisces, some moon and rising signs, and some people it doesn't. It's as simple as that. It is a general reading after all, so don't, you know, go around thinking, oh shit, I'm going to have a bad year. You know, you're not going to have no bad year. You're going to have a very good year, because the Tower is the central theme. So this could be a year of surprises for you with that Tower card. It could be a year of revelations, of things coming to the fore, things that maybe have built up during 2015, and finally there is an explosion of this stuff. The Tower is a brilliant card. I love it. I love the Tower. I do like this card very much so. I used to hate the Tower as a card, because I used to think, shit. I used to think, what's going to happen now? Because whenever I got the Tower, it was a card that kind of erupted something. But whenever this Tower comes, it's things that we haven't dealt with, and the Tower makes you face your shit. It just does. As a card, it makes you face up to your crap. But it's also the card of surprises, wonderful surprises. For example, if you keep telling yourself you're never going to have money, or, oh, I'll never win the lottery, I can't see myself winning the lottery, and then suddenly you buy a ticket, and the Tower card has come up in maybe your money section or something of a reading the day before, and suddenly you buy a ticket and you win the lottery the next day, the Tower card was simply telling you that any myths, any ideas that you had set in stone in your mind would be dispelled, because that's what the Tower does. It dispels things that are we think to be true, that we think can't be changed. It dispels it, and it shows you, well, no, that's not actually true. That's not actually rock solid, okay? Because the crown has come off the Tower. So whatever it was that you thought or you felt, it wasn't true. It and we're going to dispel it now. So that's what the Tower card does. I feel that you're wanting to step into your own personal truth, but I feel that there are situations here, Pisces, for some of you guys in 2016 in every area virtually of your life that need some readjustment, need some changing. And I feel that things kind of happen to propel you into a better place, into a better kind of existence, into a brighter, happier future. That's what I'm seeing here with this card. I'm seeing a lot of just so much positivity with these cards, especially the anchor ones and the way that they fall. And your advice card is the Sun. Look at that. So anything that occurs, if anything resonates with you with this reading in 2016, just know, as the advice card from the angels, from the universe, it's saying it's for the best. Because what happens with the Sun is clarity is put onto a situation. So a situation opens up and gives you the answers that you need, things that you didn't see before. Okay. But what that then does is it clears the path, and it clears the way for more positive opportunities to come in. So if something's happened to you in your love life where there has been some cheating or betrayal, with the Sun card, it kind of shows that up with the Ten of Swords. So it reveals it to you. But then with the Chariot and the Three of Wands, what that allows you to do is move on into a more positive direction. And we see that relates with the Fool card, moving into a more positive direction, a new beginning, footloose and fancy free, ready for anything, ready for new wonderful opportunities to come in. So the Sun card is your advice card, Pisces, is saying anything that potentially happens in 2016 and you're thinking, shit, oh man, it was for the best, because it's just putting you into a far more positive situation and happier situation in 2016. Never be afraid of things that happen in life to you. Never be afraid of that. If things aren't looking all rosy in the garden, because life is nuanced and it's intricate and it has its ups and downs. But when you look at life and you look at the positive aspects of something that happened or something that wasn't to your liking, it really propels you on and it really helps you to move forward in your life. This is a very, very great reading. One of the best I've done. Definitely one of the best I've done. And yeah, you'll have to let me know what happens in 2016, guys, if any of these areas resonate to you. Some areas might resonate to certain areas of your life. All of them might resonate in your life, but it just depends where you are, okay? So yeah, this is a brilliant, brilliant reading, my darlings. And yeah, I'll speak to you guys soon. Take care. Bye-bye.